This afternoon, a police-involved shooting that turned deadly. Police shot and killed Carlos Roberto Laboy this morning on Mulberry Drive. Laboy was wanted for robbing and shooting the owner of the YNS supermarket last week. That man, 56-year-old Yassine Serra, is in critical condition this afternoon. He just underwent surgery this morning. Our Bill Logan is live at the YNS supermarket. And Bill, I understand you got an earful from people in the neighborhood who are upset that crime is taking over the area.
Well, actually, from people in both of these neighborhoods. This place here, right on MLK in East Tampa, has been shut down since August 17th when this owner was gunned down. He was a neighborhood icon. People here very upset about that. Meantime, another neighborhood on lockdown this morning as cops closed in on the supposed shooter. The quiet, bucolic, peaceful view along the backyards on Mulberry Street certainly doesn't match up with what was going on out front overnight.
Sound asleep. 12:30 at night, I hear 3 gunshots go off down the street. Within the repercussion, the reverberation, I could feel inside the house.
Early this morning, Tampa police showed up at this duplex in the 1900 block of Mulberry with credible information that 26-year-old Carlos Roberto Laboy was the shooter in a violent armed robbery last week at the YNS market on East MLK. A shooting that left the owner, 56-year-old Yassine Serra, fighting for his life.
When the suspect exited the duplex, the officers gave out verbal commands and confronted him. They told him to stop, police, don't move. But instead of obeying the officers' commands, he made a very sudden movement and went toward his waistband.
That's when 9-year veteran officer Greg Pryor fired. The suspect died in surgery this morning at Tampa General Hospital. No one would answer the door at the duplex this morning, but at least one of his neighbors didn't seem to mind this deadly turn of events. He says this nice view is far too marred by the lawlessness of some who have no respect for what's right.
How many times have you seen a criminal get let off? They arrest a cold criminal, good facts, he gets let off for some reason or the judge sends him home.
So you think Officer Pryor is completely justified in firing on this guy?
Yeah, dude, the guy just shot somebody last week. He makes a move. I'm tired of hearing it was the police officer's fault.
Now, that officer, a 9-year veteran, as I mentioned, is on paid administrative leave at this hour, pending an internal investigation. That is normal policy when there is a police-involved shooting. As for Mr. Serra, the man who owned and operated this business, and as I mentioned, was sort of a neighborhood icon, he was back in surgery at St. Joseph's Hospital this morning. No fewer than a half a dozen people have come by asking us if we know how he is. At this point, we're told he is still in critical condition. Reporting live in Tampa this noon, Bill Logan, ABC Action.